A 71-year-old widower spent 2 years on dating apps. Hundreds of matches, dozens of dates. Every single one asked about his retirement plan before they asked about his interests. Every single one was interviewing him for a role: provider, security, solution to their financial problems. Then he met someone at a volunteer fire safety workshop. She was there learning CPR for her grandkids. He was recertifying. They bonded over terrible coffee and completely forgot they were single. 3 years later, they're still together. And here's why that matters. They met doing something meaningful, not something desperate. Today is Valentine's Day. So instead of telling you why to avoid relationships, I'm going to tell you something dating apps and senior centers will never admit. If you're over 60 and actually want real connection, there are 7 places where real women exist. Not gold diggers, not women hunting for retirement plans, real women living full lives who might choose you if you show up as a complete person. But here's the catch. The dating industry doesn't want you to know about these places because these places work. And if they work, you stop paying for apps, stop going to mixers, stop feeding the machine that profits from your loneliness. Here's the problem with every piece of dating advice you've been given. Dating apps, senior centers, singles mixers, church singles groups. They all have one thing in common. They're full of women actively hunting for relationships, which means they're interviewing you for a role: provider, companion, caretaker, financial solution. But the 7 places I'm about to reveal work completely differently. They don't attract women looking for relationships. They attract women living purposeful lives who might be open to connection if the right person shows up. And that difference, that's everything. Because women who don't need you are the only ones worth having. Women who choose you instead of needing you don't disappear when you stop being useful. Place number 1, continuing education classes. But not the social ones. Skip the watercolor painting and wine tasting classes. Those are networking events pretending to be education. They attract women looking for social activities and mild entertainment. Instead, take classes that require serious commitment: advanced photography with field assignments, investment analysis courses, language immersion programs, technology workshops that actually challenge you. A 68-year-old took an Italian language intensive, met a woman planning a solo 3-month trip to Italy. She didn't need a travel companion. She didn't need funding. She was going regardless. But they discovered they enjoyed learning together. That's partnership. The filter works like this. Women still investing in skill development at 60 aren't looking for someone to complete them. They're complete. They're looking for someone who matches their energy. Place number 2. Volunteer organizations that actually require something from you. Don't show up at soup kitchens or generic charity events. Those attract people there for social validation, to feel good about themselves, or because they're bored and lonely. Instead, go where your expertise matters. Habitat for Humanity builds. Score business mentoring. Specialized animal rescue that needs foster experience. Literacy programs that need subject expertise. Why? Because these filter for women with something to give, not women looking for something to take. A 70-year-old accountant volunteered doing tax prep for low-income seniors, met a retired nurse doing the same thing, every Saturday for 6 months before they even had a personal conversation. That consistency told him everything he needed to know about her character. Women who show up repeatedly to do hard work without recognition aren't performing. They're living purposefully. And purposeful people make real partners, not dependents. Now here's what I need you to understand before I give you the next 5 places. Dating apps and senior centers will never tell you this works. You know why? Because they can't monetize it. You're not paying monthly fees. You're not swiping. You're not attending their events. You're just living your life and meeting people naturally. The dating industry is worth $3 billion annually, and it only makes money if you keep failing. If you meet someone real doing something meaningful, you're done. You're out of their system, and they lose a customer. So they push apps that show you the most desperate, most available women. They push mixers full of people who've been going to mixers for years without success. They keep you in the cycle. These 7 places break the cycle. That's why you've never heard this advice from a dating coach, because dating coaches need you to keep needing them. Place number 3, specialized hobby communities. And I mean specialized. If you're into woodworking, skip the general craft fair. Find the fine woodworking symposium where people are presenting techniques and showing portfolio work. If you like hiking, skip the casual walking group. Find the group doing challenging trails that require actual preparation. I met someone at a vintage motorcycle restoration club, not a casual bike meetup, a club where people were rebuilding engines, doing frame-up restorations, traveling to find rare parts. She owned 3 classic bikes, could tear down and rebuild a carburetor blindfolded. She didn't need me to fix anything. She didn't need me to fund anything. She just appreciated that I understood what she was passionate about. The psychology, women pursuing specialized interests that require significant time and money, investment have already built complete independent lives. They're not looking for someone to build their life for them. They're looking for someone who appreciates the life they already built. Place number 4, fitness communities with actual goals, not social exercise classes. Skip the group fitness classes where people chat more than they work out. Find serious training environments, cycling clubs doing 50-plus mile rides, masters swimming programs training for competitions, running clubs preparing for actual races, strength training gyms where people track progress and have coaches. A 67-year-old joined a master's swim team, met a 63-year-old training for her first triathlon. She wasn't looking for someone to motivate her. She was already motivated. She was looking for someone who wouldn't hold her back. Here's why this matters. Women maintaining serious fitness goals at 60 are planning to be active and independent for 20 more years. They're not looking for a caretaker, and they're not planning to become one. They're screening for men who can keep up. And if you can't, they're not interested. Which means if they are interested, you know it's because you match their energy, not because they're desperate. Place number 5, solo travel destinations, not group tours. Forget cruises, forget organized senior tours. Find places where serious solo travelers gather. Boutique hotels in cultural cities, hiking lodges in challenging terrain, co-working cafes in digital nomad hubs, places where people traveling alone cross paths. A 69-year-old spent a month in a guest house in Costa Rica. Met a woman on her 5th solo international trip. Both had extensive solo travel experience. Neither was looking for a companion, but they discovered they enhanced each other's adventures instead of limiting them. The psychology is crucial. A woman traveling solo at 60 is demonstrating ultimate independence. She's comfortable being alone. She's choosing adventure over security. She's not afraid, which means she doesn't need you for courage, for funding, or for company. If she's interested, it's because she genuinely enjoys who you are, not what you provide. Place number 6, professional events for active retirees, industry conferences, alumni networking events, speaking engagements, places where accomplished people stay connected to their fields. A 70-year-old former professor attended an academic conference, met a 68-year-old still publishing research, not for tenure, not for money, for intellectual satisfaction. She had her own income, her own identity, her own intellectual community. She wasn't looking for someone to give her life meaning. Her life already had meaning. She was looking for someone who added to it instead of demanding to become it. Women who maintain professional identities post-retirement are achievement-oriented and purposeful. They have options. They're selective. And if they're interested in you, it's because you add intellectual value, not because you represent security they don't have. Place number 7, unconventional work environments where people work by choice. Independent bookstores, art galleries, museums, botanical gardens, places where people work part-time because they love it, not because they need the paycheck. A 65-year-old started volunteering at a used bookstore, met a woman working there 3 days a week. She was financially secure from 30 years as a teacher. She worked because she loved books and conversations about them. The psychology, women who work for passion at 60 have already solved their financial problems. They're not looking for rescue. They're looking for someone who shares their values and interests. Here's what all 7 places have in common. They attract women who are already living complete lives. Women who don't need you, who aren't hunting, who aren't interviewing you for a role. And that's exactly why they're the only places worth looking. Because the right woman isn't waiting to be found. She's not sitting on dating apps swiping through profiles. She's not going to singles mixers hoping someone decent shows up. She's living her life, pursuing her interests, perfectly content being alone. And if you want to meet her, you need to be doing the same thing. Not looking for love, not hunting for connection, just living a meaningful life and being open to someone who's doing the same. That's not settling. That's the only kind of love worth having at 60. Two complete people choosing to share space, not two incomplete people trying to fix each other. Drop a comment. Where did you meet someone real after 60? Or where are you living your life right now? Happy Valentine's Day. Subscribe for relationship truth at every age.